for me, singing comes from a place, I guess, of healing. Like, I feel like I heal when I'm in my moment, you know?
It was really cool to desaprender the idea.
The structure that they put on us.
Yeah, like you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And it's like, well, not really.
Yes. I've already come to peace, though, and to terms like, yes, my life is going to stop a little bit. But I'm kind of ready for that.
Daniel Briseño, LES Lighting and Electrical Supply, M2 Bar and Food, Punto Criollo, and Savage Labs presentan El Beautiful Humans podcast, hosted by me, AleMor. For many years and in many cultures, music is not seen as a real career. We even have parents that fear that their kid is going to grow up to be a starving artist. But the truth is, we're not starving, and we have a beautiful and prosperous life. And to talk about this and many other things, we have the incredible and the beautiful human, Jackie Méndez.
Thank you so much.
Yes!
Ale,
clap, clap.
From the beautiful human herself. So amazing to be here, you know, to chat with you, connect with you, and yeah, I'm so honored. So thank you for having me.
I'm so happy you are here. Thank you. And there's a tradition that I have with this podcast. Mm-hmm. The first question is, what has been your favorite moment of today?
Oh, my favorite moment of today, to be honest with you, was in the morning when I woke up with Jorge. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we made love.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, right now, so I guess that, yeah, if I'm going to be totally honest, that was the best part of my day so far. And then coming here, you know, knowing that I was going to come here and like, I have like a, you know, a super creative day ahead of me. So it was from morning to now, it's been just a creative day of creative expression.
I love it.
And love.
I don't know if we can top making love to the love of your life, but we can try. We can try. We can try.
All good. It's all uphill from here.
I love it. I love it. My favorite moment of today was deciding to stay in bed.
Ooh, qué rico.
I was going to get up and do my workout in the morning, but I was feeling a little bit funky yesterday.
Right.
And I went to do my workout anyway. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, should I go? I feel a little bit better. But I always make this mistake where like, I can feel that something's going on. And then I rest what I think is enough time. And it's never enough time. No. Never. And then I think that I'm okay to keep going with my life. Mm-hmm. And I make the mistake of doing my life as usual. Right. And then I get sick again.
Yeah. It's so important to listen to your body.
Yeah.
And when your body's saying, you know what, rest, take care of yourself, that little inner voice. And it comes in ways where like, it's like, oh no, man, I'm so tired, but I feel like sleeping in or whatever. No, but I gotta go do this and I gotta go do that. No, that first initial, I'm so tired, is your body telling you,
relax.
Yeah. Stay in, or give yourself maybe 10 minutes of meditation. Well, you know that I really like all that stuff. So.
No. I love it.
So for me, that's super important. And ask Jorgito, I'm like, I have Mars in Pisces. I don't know if anybody knows what that means, but it means my action is in a much more, I create more with my dreams, with my thoughts, with my manifestations.
Okay.
That's how I put like my dreams into action.
Okay.
By actually like visualizing or sitting in peace in meditation. So I've learned that about myself. And sometimes I would think, man, am I being lazy right now? Or am I being, am I not being productive? No, actually, I'm being super productive because I'm tapping into my soul and I'm channeling what I'm going to be creating.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Sometimes, it takes obviously time to, get to know yourself.
Well, yeah,
I mean, to not judge yourself for being maybe a little bit more, in the house, because I'm such an extrovert when I go out or when I'm singing, that for me, my tempo, this is like, oh, I need this in order to be that. But that's good. Listen to your body.
Yeah.
Listen to your body. It's so important.
I love that you're talking about this, about your Pisces, your passion, your passion for astrology.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of you as an artist. And I'm a big fan of your music. And I know that there's a verse in one of your songs that says, tides are changing, the moon's got a hold on you. I don't know, to me, I feel like that's it's very clear that you have a very big passion for astrology, and you can see it reflected in your song. I love that song.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
And I sing it all the time.
I love it too. I wrote that with Pete and Sam. I know
Amazing.
Pete and Sam.
Yeah.
Pen to Platinum.
From Pen to Platinum.
It's a beautiful song, and definitely a lot of, inspiration, I guess, from my spirituality comes down out of me when I'm writing. And just because I connect in that way, that's how I see life and how I get to understand life, or how everything is connected.
Including your music.
Including my music.
Of course.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a musician?
I guess is the freedom that comes with it. The freedom to be able to say and to express yourself in whichever way you want it. Maybe it's not understood by everybody, but, it's definitely something that people can feel. So that's really what I love about music, and I guess my favorite part about being a musician. Being able to feel it and not necessarily understand it. We can sing in a different language, and still feel more or less something. And that's kind of beautiful when you think about it.
I love that we can not know someone, like you just met them, and then you play with them for the first time, and it feels like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like we know each other.
We're friends,
Exactly.
It's.
I love that too.
It's such a beautiful process that it's exclusive to us.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah. And the fact that we can listen to music in a specific way, which the audience maybe can't hear it the way that we hear it,
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty specific to us. That, like, camaraderie.
Yeah. The fact
And,
that
like,
we can
seeing each other and, like, going here next.
Yeah. And then
when we know where we're going.
And when it happens and you've never practiced, you never rehearsed anything, and then it happens and everybody happens at the same time, and like everybody does a breakdown at the same time.
Yeah,
it's like,
beautiful. Yeah, I get chills right now, even like
thinking about it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Those moments. That's what we live for. Riding that wave.
Ugh.
I love that. Totally. This cafecito está.
¿Te gustó?
Me encanta. So good. Thank you so much.
Bienvenidos al Spanglish que tenemos aquí en el podcast de los Beautiful Humans. Podemos hablar los dos idiomas sin ningún problema. I want to tell you that I admire you very much.
Oh, thank you, girl.
And one of the things that I feel most, that I admire the most about you is how you are unapologetically you, And especially when you're performing as well. It's like, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm going to do it. And you're going to love it. And everybody loves it because it comes from such a true and pure space within you that it's like, oh, yeah. And the last time I saw you perform was at Casa Tua. I felt so happy to be alive.
Oh, thank you.
And I told you that.
You did.
I was like,
you said, I feel so happy to be alive at the same time as you're alive.
Right, because then I get to see you
I love
performing.
That was
and it's
nice.
like, I could have missed this. Like if I would have been born in a different time, or maybe later or before or whatever, it's like, I love you too. But I was like, oh my God, I get to witness this.
Yes.
I don't know. I just wanted to tell you that.
I love you. Thank you so much. That, what you just said, the witness, you are the witness to your own life as well. We all have a witness within us. And so to be aware of that is a really beautiful thing. It's actually a very Buddhist thing.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me more.
Called Purusha. Purusha is like the witness, the consciousness. The person seeing. We are this avatar, but then there's something inside of us that if we didn't have this avatar and this skin like holding it in, it'd be one with the universe.
Okay.
Right? And so that oneness is what Purusha is. It's consciousness. It's what drives us. Like this, sometimes we're not awake and really noticing what the decisions that we make. And so when you're really when you're really living in your moment and you're really knowing that the decision that you're about to make is either going to elevate you or kind of destroy what you're trying to create, like you're really living in your witness. And so it's a powerful thing to like be aware of that,
right?
To be aware of your own witness within you.
That's so cool. I don't
know if I explained that right, but whatever.
It's okay. It's enlightening to me.
Yeah.
And maybe to
Yeah.
any other beautiful
Someone
human
out there.
that is that is watching. Excuse me. Clink, 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 right? I love that.
But
Thank you
for saying that. That's really beautiful that you said that. So, for me, singing comes from a place, I guess, of healing. Like I feel like I heal when I'm in my moment, you know? Like it's almost like I'm purging pain, I'm purging emotion, love, you know? So yeah, it does come from a very deep place for me, like a soul place, which for many it does and should, right?
You just made me think about one gig that I had that was very frustrating. And I remember I sang the shit out of all of the songs.
Yeah.
And it sounded so like powerful because
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Yeah, you had this like
I was like, ugh! And then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna channel this here,
Right,
you know?
right.
And my technique was better than ever, and my breathing was better than ever, and my placement was better than ever. And I was like, maybe I need to get frustrated more often.
you were so in your moment.
It was just like,
And that's what music is for us, like that. It's that outlet, you know, where we get to really like let that emotion out.
right.
Artists, we have that, whether it's writing, whether it's painting. For us as vocalists, like what a beautiful thing. We're like working from the inside in there, like to feel that,
And it's
to know that.
literally working from the inside out.
Yeah.
Ah,
and that's
never thought about
that's
that.
why people from, you know, like psychologists, like, you know, therapy, you know, consists of people screaming in pillows and like kind of like really purging that emotion out of your body.
Wow.
Because if not, it stays stuck in there in places that we don't want it, you know, and it becomes other things. So,
Yeah.
you know, what a great thing that we have that.
I had never seen it like that. Like it literally is coming from the inside out into the world,
Yeah.
the universe.
From you.
Yeah.
From your universe.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. We're cool, man.
We are. Cheers.
Cheers. Qué linda. You know, I'm curious because we just did a cheers right now. You don't drink alcohol.
I don't drink alcohol.
Did you used to drink alcohol?
I did.
Okay.
I used to drink alcohol. I was 19 years old when I went into a rehab center. And I've been
Sober
clean
since?
ever since.
Wow, that is amazing.
It's been 16 years.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That you have that journey.
Definitely not. It
Easy.
hasn't been beautiful for.
I'm sure.
I mean, there's beauty in struggle as well.
Yeah.
Because it gives you perspective of where you've been and where you are now.
Yeah.
But that's the reason. And I love that I don't even feel like escaping my reality anymore because
Right.
I'm so in love with everything that's around me.
You don't have like the urge.
No.
Good.
And I understand that if people want to have a glass of wine, then that's a part of like their manifestation of enjoyment of their life. And that's beautiful. For me, it's different.
Yeah.
And there's other ways that I enjoy my life.
Right.
And I've understood that I can coexist with a person that chooses that. And that's okay because
Yeah.
they're choosing it from a space of disfrute and love and,
Yeah, they're
you know?
not abusing it, I guess.
Yeah. They're not trying to run away from
Their
their
reality.
life. Right.
Totally.
And I feel like I've made pretty shitty decisions.
Yeah.
And then I started making better decisions for myself. And now that I've made all of these choices grounded in love, then I'm in love with my life.
Yeah, you have like been able to like grow so much. I think it's super commendable. I think that's really cool.
I think it's cool that you asked me.
Yeah, because I've noticed that you don't drink when we're out in settings.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do drink. I dabble, but I've also been sober. And because I choose, because of the lifestyle that I want to live, you know? So like last night, we went out to dinner for my partner's friend's birthday thing.
Okay.
And they were all drinking. And I was like, no, I have a long day tomorrow. I don't want to. And I'm like, yeah, I'm cutting out caffeine. I'm doing a bunch of other things. But even though I'm drinking this cafecito right now.
But it's made with love.
It's totally made with love. And it's not because the caffeine does anything horrible to my body. On the contrary, it's just that I was noticing that I was drinking too much caffeine. Like 3 cups a day because I love oat milk con cafecito and a little agave. So it's like one of my little things. So I'm just, it's good to discipline yourself.
Yeah.
And to put like, cositas, like little challenges.
In order. Yeah.
Yeah, so I noticed that about you, and I think that's super commendable. So thank you for sharing your story.
Of course. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Talking about, I don't know if maybe someone's feeling inspired or maybe someone's feeling like they don't know what to do with their lives.
Yeah.
And, maybe hopefully this helps.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask. Miami Sunset High School.
Oh my goodness. Class of 2001.
Was it a good experience?
Yeah. Oh my God, I should have brought the letter. I have to tell you something so funny.
Okay. Tell me.
Oh my God, okay. So I graduated 2001.
Uh-huh.
My senior year of high school, okay? It's funny how everything is a full freaking circle. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll start from the beginning. Okay, a friend of the family, Buster Brown, saw me singing when I was like 11 years old in the backyard while we were playing, and he had always like been super, I guess, I was always in the back of his mind, you know what I mean? And so my senior year came and he spoke to my dad. He's like, what is she going to do? Is she going to go to college? And he was like, I don't know what she wants to do. She's applied. That's probably the plan, but he's like, well, I want to introduce her to a friend of ours. So, long story short, my senior year, I got signed to a production company.
Okay.
That was Garth Brooks' manager, Bob Doyle's company called Echolux Productions.
Okay.
And then Billy Mann, big songwriter. He's written for Pink and several other artists. Actually, really, I think Pete has a song with him on the last
on the
Pink
new
album.
Pink album.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Billy Mann, songwriter, amazing songwriter. He was part of that production company. He was like my mentor. That's who Buster knew, the front of the family. So my senior year, we have a meeting in my house. I get signed to this production company. Throughout my senior year, I'm back and forth every weekend. I'm going to New York. I'm going to LA. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm writing with different songwriters so that I can get a record deal. And so I found a letter, Mama. I went to my dad's house the other day. And I have like this, big Tupperware of just high school stuff. So I was like, Jorgito and my dad, they were in the family room watching, sports. And I was like, let me just start looking in here. And so I started looking through old pictures and I found an envelope. And it had my name, my cursive handwriting, Jackie Méndez, period 5, like 5th period. So I open it and it was a time capsule letter that my pace setter English teacher that year made me write. I wish I would have brought it. Oh my God. I was thinking of bringing it as inspiration for our writing session today.
Oh my God.
So she had made us write in the beginning of our school year, where we saw ourselves in a year from, on June 13 when we were graduating. So I had the rough draft and then I had the final draft. And of course, I'm talking about the boys that I was dating. Like, I broke up. I feel like I'm in a good place. I've been a little bit depressed because I broke up with so-and-so, but I have been seeing this other guy. But whatever, I hope to go to New York this year to record my song and to sign my contract, and I really want to, maybe I'll be singing in the Grammys next year, but I don't think so. It's too soon. I even said I doubted myself in the letter. I was so cute.
Oh, wow.
I was like, maybe I'll be singing on the Grammy stage, but no, I don't think so. It's way too soon. Like it's too soon, like early. So I manifested all that shit.
You were 18.
I was 17, 18 years old.
Right.
So at the end of the school year, like when I'm thinking about my life, June 13, when I had opened it, yes, I had been traveling to New York. I recorded the songs. It was like I have been manifesting since I was a child. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
And so it's funny that you say Sunset Senior High because I literally opened that letter 2 weeks ago and I was just like looking and I was like, this is freaking insane. And I was thinking, I got to write one today. Like, this is like the universe saying, start writing your manifestations down again because...
Do you want to wait until the 13th, which is 2 days from now?
I didn't even realize that.
Today is the 11th.
I'm totally going to do it.
And then that way it's like...
Yes.
Exactly on the date. That's so cool.
That is kind of cool. I'm going to do it. But I know that you're into gratitude lists also.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I've never done, ¿cómo se llama eso? A vision board.
Okay, I have several.
Never done a vision board, but I feel like it's I guess we're similar in that way. We're like, I manifest or just like thinking about things.
Yeah.
And also putting action into your thoughts.
This is pretty much like a
vision
your
board?
own. Yeah. You are planning your life here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes there's probably things that you don't even have planned yet, but you want them to be.
Yeah. And they
you
go
write
on
them.
there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is your way. We all have our way. But tell me more about Sunset. What were you going to ask me about Sunset? Do you know anybody from there?
I don't know anybody from Sunset.
Okay.
I Googled you. I was like, what else can I know?
Oh, God.
Like besides everything that I know from what I've talked to you about. I've talked about you. I mean, we've talked about a lot of things, but I was like, okay, what can I ask her that maybe she won't expect for me to know? Or something that can spark, which is exactly what happened.
Exactly what happened. It was, yeah.
And I found it. I was like, oh, LinkedIn. Okay, Miami Sunset Senior High. I'm just going to ask her, like, how was that experience?
That is my career started my senior year of high school.
That's amazing.
I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in the music business. I skipped college. My university was my first tour. I always say that. Ricky Martin was my first tour that I did, my big tour. And he was like my university as far as performance and like, work ethic and rehearsal and like, just como lucirte en el escenario, like big, because we would do big stadiums. So you got to look big, you can't just be there, here we go. And so it was a university for me. I always say that. And then.
I just got chills.
Yeah. And that was when I got that gig when I was 23, 24. I was about to turn 24. And before that, so I had been with Warner Brothers. I signed with Warner Brothers, Elektra Records, my senior year of high school. And I started doing my album. I got together with Lester Méndez, who's a really, really great producer-songwriter from Miami. Billy Mann was also involved in the record, but Napster started coming along, LimeWire. This was like 2001, 2002. Record business kind of went, to shit, for lack of a better word. I ended up getting dropped from the label, but they ended up paying me because they were in breach of contract. I was supposed to at least make 2 albums with them. 5-album contract, at least 2 albums made. And so since we didn't even finish the first one, they paid me a lump sum. And with that money, I ended up doing a reality show in LA that I auditioned for called The One Making a Music Star. Same time as American Idol. That show got canceled. We did maybe like 4 or 5 episodes, but I never got voted off as a contestant. It was for artists who had record contracts and were professional artists. American Idol was kind of selling amateur auditions
Different.
and like competition, no? So we were like musicians that had been signed or that were some way affiliated and professional already in the music business.
Okay.
So I never got voted off. They ended up paying me because the show got canceled. With that money, I moved to New York by myself with an ex-boyfriend, guitarist, known around town.
Okay.
Yeah, we just like hustled there. We lived in Jersey. He was going to guitar school. What's the school he went to in New York? It was called the Collective.
Okay.
And I was like tapping into all the other connections that I had made during my Warner Brothers experience in New York City. And then from one moment to the next, I come to Miami for I come to Miami for a Christmas vacation to come see my family. And because of MySpace, I was on someone's top 10 and Ricky Martin's MD was looking for a singer. And so I happened to be on their top 10 and he asked about me and he's like, yeah, she's up in New York. They got in touch with me. I happened to be in Miami where the auditions were already happening in Ricky's house. Make a long story short, I went in there and I met for the first time. It's funny. Do you know Karina Iglesias?
Yes.
Do you know Laura V?
No, not Laura.
Okay, Laura's an amazing singer and so is Karina. They're both, super inspiring vocalists. And I had never met them before.
Okay.
And I met them in the audition room that day.
Oh, wow.
And Karina is now one of my best friends. Like we've, known each other since 2007, 2006. So anyway, that was just a funny moment. Another short little story with Karina. But yeah, I ended up getting the callback for that. And so packed my bags in New York, came back to Miami. It's funny how sometimes you have to move your body, your molecular body. I'm from Miami, you know what I mean? But at that time, Miami wasn't bumping. Nothing was happening. Gloria's like little era was kind of faded out already from the 90s and the 2000s, and nothing was really going on here musically. You sometimes have to like move your body to come back and get that.
Yeah.
To get what was already made, like what was already written for you.
For you, right.
Yeah, that was my first tour and like my first like open door to many other opportunities, like singing with Ricky. And he's just a beautiful person. And we're still friendly today. And yeah, I'll always love and respect him and honor him as a teacher.
Wow.
Where did you go to school again? You went to Berkeley?
I went to New World School of the Arts.
Okay.
For high school.
In Miami here?
In Miami.
Okay.
High school was my favorite time.
I know.
Middle school was terrible.
Middle school was weird for me too.
I had just moved from Colombia, so I didn't speak English. And there was a big transition. And when you're like 12, you don't understand. You like hate half the world and you don't know why.
Yeah, it's a really weird stage.
Yeah. So New World was like my saving light because I got to do music there. I graduated. I took like 6 months off. And then I auditioned for Berkeley. And I went to Berkeley for 1 semester. I came back home thinking that I was just going to do like a summer vacation here, whatever. And my parents were like, nope, you're going to rehab. That was then.
That was then.
And I knew that I wasn't okay, but I didn't think that it was like that bad.
Right.
That was in 2008.
Okay.
And then I stayed here. I met my ex-husband in rehab. Not recommended.
Okay.
Yeah. 2012, we broke up. We were just boyfriend and girlfriend then. We broke up, and I decided to try to go back to Berkeley. And then I took out a loan to do that, and that was very expensive.
I'm sure.
After that semester, we decided to get back together. So I came back to Miami. And it was like a blessing in disguise, you know, because I'm not drowning in student debt like some of my colleagues are.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that it happened that way. And then I just came back to Miami. I finished at Miami-Dade. I don't have a bachelor's degree. But it was really cool to desaprender the idea.
The structure that they put on us.
Yeah, like you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And it's like, well, not really.
Not really. I can still be who I'm supposed to be without all of that.
Especially with music.
Yeah.
I feel like, of course, if I'm going to be a heart surgeon, I need to go to school. I need to understand how all of these things are done.
Yeah.
But I feel that we're so blessed to be musicians because it's not something that needs to be studied so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can be. Or there's like, ask your friend, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do this? What does this mean? Like, how can I improve my improv skills? Like, you know? Like different ways. So that was that. And then I came back. I finished my music education at Miami-Dade, which I love. I loved it. And then I've been gigging ever since.
Amazing.
As a freelancer, I feel like your job is to look for a job.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I started doing that.
There's a quote by Gandhi that I love and live by that says, don't tell me how educated you are. Tell me how much you've traveled. You know, like how much have you lived? How much have you experienced?
Right.
Yeah, you can go and you can study. And of course, I'm a big believer in education and learning. I mean, we're learning every day, but like that structured life that society like tries to pin on us, like we have to be this way and that way. Some people don't learn like that. Some people don't, you know, don't really grasp those kinds of tools. There's other ways to experience. Yeah, it falls for us as artists. Like that's kind of like how, I mean, there's many educated musicians that we work with that are super talented and like successful. And I've always like kind of said, oh, maybe I'll go back to college one day. You know what I mean? No, maybe I will.
You will.
But maybe I won't. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with that because my mom and my aunt are teachers. They're in the public school system as teachers for 35 plus years. My mom's already retired. Both of them went to University of Miami. So they were super big on, You know, my aunt was more big on, are you going to go to college or are you going to do... And my mom was kind of like, you know, more, oh, if she doesn't, it's okay. You know, in that sense. But yeah, my mom's an Aquarius, though. She's like, she's like me.
Like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
just float.
Yeah, exactly. She's airside.
That's cool.
Miami
Thank you.
girl. Miami girl.
This has been a very nourishing conversation
It has.
so far. I love it.
It really has.
I wanted to piggyback on the idea of not following the steps of society. I wanted to talk about motherhood.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that now because Jorgito and I are also trying. We want to have a baby. But I'm 41 years old. And,
I want to look like you when I'm 41 years old.
you know, keep on doing what you're doing, girl. You're beautiful. And it is really a tough subject because, you know, we're trying to have a baby now. I've had one miscarriage. But I am kind of already 41. I've gotten tested, though. I'm pretty average, you know. Things look good. Jorgito also did, you know, what he was supposed to do. Things look good for him.
Yep.
So we're on that path. I can't say that I've always been on that path, though. You know, I didn't have someone that I can trust the way that I trust Jorgito, or I didn't have, I guess, the mental space or capacity to understand, can I have music? Can I continue to travel the way that I travel and be a mother? You know, but I guess when I turned 36, 35, I was like, you know what? I do want to put some roots down. And I was still touring. I think I was touring with the Montaner band at the time when I met Jorgito. And I knew I wanted to have at least one baby, you know? But I guess it was a very scary thought.
Yeah.
Too, because then does it mean that I have to give up who I am? You know, entirely? Do I have to surrender? And you know what? You do. But I think that life, and through my work, the work that I've done to kind of come into this headspace to decide that, you know, we are going to have a baby, you know, and God willing, I think it comes to a point where you're okay with that sacrifice.
Right.
And so I think my advice to you, I don't know what it is that you want or what you're looking for or what you know, your doubts, but you also, I guess my advice to you is you have to be in the place to want it, you know? And to let the ego go a little bit, because it is a beautiful thing, but it's also a beautiful thing to not have to do it, to continue your female expression without having to have a baby.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh no, ¿cuándo te vas a casar? ¿Cuándo vas a tener un baby? You know, I've heard that my whole life. You know, God bless my grandmother who just passed in 2020. You know, that was like her dying wish, you know, for me to have a baby already. And it was almost like, but I'm an artist, you know, but I'm this. And how am I going to have a baby if I'm traveling? And, you know, who's going to take care of my, you know, this is who I am.
Right.
But then when I found Jorgito, it was even more like, ¿cuándo se van a casar? And it's almost like, Jorgito and I are not married, you know what I mean? But he's my partner. And we don't have to be married the way everybody wants us to be married.
Right.
You know, we decided that we want to have a baby first. Or that we're going to have a baby. Because marriage is not really what we want. Like that we'd rather put money into a house or we would rather travel. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen for us either. It will. But it's not the most important thing in our life, you know? So piggybacking on what you said, motherhood isn't for everyone.
Right.
The same way fame isn't for everyone. It's all relative. So just follow your heart. You're very tapped into your body, you know. Listen to your heart. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty if you feel like that is not in your cards.
When I make a decision and I want to do something, everything is very clear for me. I have a clear, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to wear. This is like, maybe not what I want to wear. Sometimes I don't know what I want to wear.
We all don't. But I didn't know what I wanted to wear.
I had doubts today too.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? It's like, with like the big stuff in life.
Yes, you're clear.
I know what I want. And this is the one topic that I don't know. It's like the unknown within that I have. And it's like some days, and I'm kind of like riding the wave of like, I wake up one day and I'm like, oh, I would love that. And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, no.
I can tell you that I feel that way as well, though. And I think that most women do. So I think that's, you know what they're called? They're called limiting beliefs. You know, those are your limiting beliefs saying, no, you can't do everything. Or no, you are not going to be a good mom because you're going to be focused on your art. Or no, what if you abandon the baby or the baby feels abandoned because, you know, you also have this other criatura, like this other creation within. It's a baby.
Yeah.
You know, music for us is like our child. So I feel like that all the time too. Even now that I'm trying, I have doubts like, oh my God, am I going to be a good mom? You know, I also have like, you know, mom trauma. Like, am I going to have the same mom trauma or am I going to be like my mom, you know? But those are like your limiting beliefs. I feel like I've always said too, like, I'm going to have a baby one day. Yeah, I've always said, oh, I'm going to have a baby one day. But then when I would really think about it, I'll be like, am I really going to have a baby one day? Like, I don't think so. Like,
Yeah.
you know, am I going to be able to do this?
Life is to have a good time.
Life is to have a good time. Life is to, you know, experience the joy.
Yeah.
And the sadness and the suffering.
Yeah.
And the moment that you know that life also involves suffering, it's not always love. The moment that you know life involves suffering, you suffer less. You know, so it goes hand in hand. It's a beautiful thing. And maybe, of course, you don't want to ask anybody to do something that they don't want to do, but it's also it's beautiful to listen to your inner voice.
Right.
If it's something that you know, want to do, don't tap it out because of someone else either.
Right.
You know, I guess that's my only advice that I can give to you.
Right.
I can't say that Jorgito and I were always on the same page of wanting to have a baby. We were discovering each other. You know, we were meeting each other. We've been together almost 5 years now. We've come to that place that we want to now. You know, it's all a journey.
When you say love is to suffer, do you also mean that in like the romantic relationship world of like, not so much this like making big decisions, but I mean like the whole novela thing where it's like,
Sufrir.
oh, es que si no lo sufres entonces no es amor de verdad.
No.
I feel like I understand what you were saying when you
Yeah.
said it, but I also know that you wouldn't be the kind of person to tolerate a toxic relationship.
No, I don't.
So that's why I was like, is this what you mean? I feel like
Right.
always want to ask the question.
Well, in relationships, you suffer. You know, you suffer because you suffer trying to compromise. You suffer ego. You suffer like, okay, I have to like change this a little bit about me in order to make this work. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
To compromise and to meet him halfway. Like, okay, but I like my coffee with sugar. He doesn't drink his coffee with sugar, but I want my sugar, you know? So, okay, maybe I put a little bit of sugar. No tanto. You know, I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but
Yeah.
you have to suffer those like the take, you know? So in a
compromise.
relationship, we all suffer like the love, like
Yeah.
a little bit. The choice, the not knowing. Is it what I want? Is it going to trickle down? Because every decision that we make is like this karmic circle, you know what I mean? Back to like, you know,
yeah, the circle.
like to Buddhism, like it's called the kleshas. It's one big circle, and every action, the action we make here is an action we'll see trickle down in another form, in some other form here. So as long as you're listening to your heart and doing things from a place of love, babe.
Always.
Always.
I don't know if maybe it's because of my past experiences that I don't feel like this is suffering. Maybe it's the relationship that I have to the word itself. I just feel like this is just living.
Life.
Yeah,
This-
like I'm just living it.
Exactly.
I don't necessarily feel like you have to suffer through.
It's
you just-
challenging,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, it is a challenge.
It's challenging.
It absolutely is a challenge.
And so
But I feel like the word is just, it feels so big.
Yeah,
to me.
suffering is probably a big word.
You know,
a big
it's
word.
like oh God, you know.
We could say sacrifice. Like
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a sacrifice to become something different, though, to be something else.
Yeah, to expand.
Look, Stevie Nicks decided not to have children. And she's a freaking goddess. You know, I'm following my heart. Hopefully God gives me one. It's what I want. Am I scared? Yes, I'm scared. Super. Like, are they going to call me for gigs? Is my life going to stop? Yes. I've already come to peace, though, into terms like, yes, my life is going to stop a little bit. But I'm kind of ready for that. traveled since my 20s. I've been on major tours. I've traveled the world and I've seen the world. Now I kind of want to show the world to another creation of mine. And you know what? I'm not going to stop creating. It's going to be like my most beautiful song. I think about it like that sometimes.
It'll be an incredible source of inspiration.
Yeah, and I have a really supportive partner.
Yeah.
Which is important.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a workaholic. So that's something he also knows that he's going to have to sacrifice. Mm-hmm. But you have to be ready for it. So just, live in your truth.
I can't help but think that your baby might already be in you right now because of this morning.
Maybe. Come on down, baby.
I can't help but think about that. It's like, oh, how cool.
Because I'm in my moment right now. I'm in my moon phase of
fertility.
Yes.
It would be beautiful. It would be beautiful because then
it would.
Because then you can be like,
then it'd be like the podcast.
This is the day that you were conceived.
We were talking about you. That would be kind of cool, right? I'd see dámelo. Yes.
That would be
amazing. Dámelo. But then I'm scared because then I have so many gigs coming up. You know what I mean? Pero no quiero cancelar eso. No puedes that's one thing that I've learned. No puedes cancelar esa energía. See how my limiting beliefs like, but then my gigs are coming up and I'm going to have to cancel this and cancel that. No, I'm going to be pregnant with my cute little belly on my gigs and nobody's going to have a say in it. And then, yes, maybe after I'm going to have my little... Look at Giselle, how amazing she's doing. Look at our girl. We love her so much. Giselle Dotel, check her out. She's an amazing artist.
Please, check her out.
She just had a beautiful baby. Mm-hmm. And she's still herself. She's still teaching yoga. She's still, she's coming out with something on Friday, like music. So... something to look forward to, women that are doing it, that we can say we can do it too, if that's what we want, if it's in our path.
Right.
So, pa'lante.
Love this topic.
Yes.
Okay. I think this is a great way to conclude.
I think so too.
I do want to ask you one last question.
Dime.
What is the most beautiful thing a stranger has done for you?
Oh my God.
To the point where you're like, that's a beautiful human.
Yeah, this is a tough one. But I'm going to go ahead and say a stranger on the street that's given me a rose, maybe. It's brightened up my day.
You got a rose from someone on the street? That's awesome.
Yeah, something kind like that. Just algo lindo. I guess that's... I guess the it'll probably come up to me. You caught me by surprise there. I had no... You know why? Mm-hmm. Because I believe in random acts of kindness, big time. And I practice that all the time. So I'm usually the stranger. Okay, so we can flip the question. You can tell me what was the last thing that you did that you were the beautiful stranger for somebody else. Okay, well, what I can think of is on Biscayne, all the bus stops. So I saw una viejita, started raining, and una viejita was running to the bus stop, la pobre, and she had all these bags in her hands, and I was like, I instantly thought of my grandmother or whatever. I just beeped the horn. I was like, dang. And she was just literally going 10 blocks down. I picked her up and I took her in. You gave her a ride? And I gave her a ride. Those are little things that I like doing. Mm-hmm. Or I also put shoes, old shoes of mine. Or ropita that I'm not wearing anymore. I put it in the back of my trunk. And if I have the time, I go to Salvation Army and I drop it off. Sometimes I forget because it's back there. Mm-hmm. But then when I remember that it's there and I see someone on the road or una señora or something, I'll get off and I'll give her the shoes, Mm-hmm. Little things like that. There's not a lot of that in the world. No. So I like to be that in the world. And maybe, I guess I'm still waiting for it to happen to me. Wow. I'm still waiting for something like that. I'm sure it's happened to me too, I don't want to say that. It hasn't. Now I kind of wish I didn't know you so I can be your beautiful stranger. You are in many ways. In many ways. You have been. You're always a light. When we didn't even know each other, you're always a light. I remember the first time I met you. Mm-hmm. You were at one of the Los Wizards gigs at Salao, which is where Jorgito opened. That was Jorge's restaurant. That's right. And so... That's right. And I met you with Giselle. And I have a picture of the three of us from that day and everything. I'm going to look for it. The curly girls. Curly girls. We all had our curly little hair. Arabic influenced curly girls. Because you have Lebanese like me. Like you. Mm-hmm. Lebanese Syrian. You are always a light. And I'm so happy that you're doing this and sharing light and wanting to discover light within other people. Mm-hmm. I think it's a beautiful thing. And that's part of your purpose, being of service to the art. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That feels very aligned. Beautiful. Thank you for this conversation and for
Thank
having
you for
me.
being here.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Una lucecita. I wish you all the best.
Thank
know
you.
That.
Thank
It's coming
you.
for you.
And thank you, all of the beautiful humans, and thank you for watching all the way until the end. Espero que hayan recibido muchos regalos del universo con esta conversación.
Yes.
And we love you. And thank you, and see you next time. Gracias a ustedes, mis beautiful humans, y a nuestros beautiful sponsors por hacer que este podcast sea posible. Recuerden suscribirse, darle like si les gustó y compartirlo con sus beautiful humans. Y nos vemos aquí la próxima semana. Ok, bye.